YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, is a little pack with me for my upcoming cruise video. Now I am exactly, let me get the numbers right, 2 days, 1 hour and 24 minutes away from sailing off on my 6-day cruise, and I thought, why not come and film a video for you guys? I am officially in vacation mode right now, but I wanted to kind of show you guys 10 things that I think that you really need to remember to pack for your cruise vacation. Now these are specific to cruises, but a lot of these things of course you can take on your normal vacation. Now what I typically take with me on my cruise is my big kind of suitcase. I take a littler kind of a suitcase, kind of a carry-on situation. It's only 20 inches, and then I take my backpack for excursions. It's not that big. Got the backpack from Target, suitcases from Amazon. So I'll go into it and I'll kind of leave out the stuff that I feel like you would take on any vacation. There's things that you know you would need to take, like pants, undergarments, and things of that nature. So I'm going to try to tailor it to the things that you guys will probably not even think of that you would need to bring, but you need to bring it. So let's just get started. Now in my bigger suitcase, this is where I check the bag. So I check my bigger suitcase. You can typically carry on one, and I typically carry on one bag, and then I check one bag. So when you're going into the port, they have a person there who helps you check your bag. So to identify your bag, you put a tag on your bag. Now the tag looks like this, and this is my tag for my upcoming cruise. So typically what they suggest you do is you can staple it to your bag. So you staple it on your bag, but recently I've been watching a lot of cruise pack with me videos, and some people use these actual plastic tags. I'll leave a picture of where I ordered it, and I'll link everything that I'm talking about down below. But you want to make sure you have a tag on your bag, whether you staple it or whether you kind of put it in a plastic thing. Now the plastic thing I realized helps if it's raining wherever you're going. So you staple it at home like I typically do on my cruises, which has worked in the past for my cruises, just stapling it. But if you're going through multiple places, if you're flying, if something's happening, you want to take one of these plastic things, you can. What you do is you slide your little tag on here, and that is how they get the bags to your room. And if you go on cruises often, it definitely comes in handy. Now in my bigger suitcase is mainly where I keep all my clothing, and as you guys can see, I have all my clothing in here. Now one thing that's kind of unique, and you're probably like, it's the middle of April, why do you have a sweater? Please remember to pack a sweater on your vacation. It does get very chilly sometimes in the staterooms, or if it's kind of late and you're walking out, just pack one sweater. I did not pack that many sweaters. Again, it is April and it's warm here in North Carolina. It's going to be warm in Florida, and I best believe it's going to be warm in the Bahamas and all the other ports that I go to. So again, make sure you pack at least one kind of a sweater, and also one formal outfit. Now if you watched my Boohoo haul recently, you guys were like, I know you're going on a cruise, Susan, pack your dress that you tried on in that video on your cruise. So you're gonna want to pack one formal dress, and that is for the elegant dining night. So a lot of people go very kind of formal, like they're going to the prom, and some people go very traditional, very church vibes. You kind of can see a mixture of the two during the formal night. Also, of course, you have your swimsuits. You're gonna pack a couple of swimsuits. We're going to actually 4 ports, and I packed a couple of more than 4 swimsuits, but that's neither here nor there. And everything else in this bag is pretty much my rompers, swimsuit, tops, pants. I also have in this bag kind of my hair accessories kind of go in there, so things I need like shampoo if I need to wash my hair and all of that, I pack it in there. Now also in this bag I have sunscreen. I know I am African American, we too need sunscreen as well, so make sure you bring it because you will definitely be out in the sun. Also medicine, you want to make sure you bring medicine. Now I took this from work, sorry work, but I use them all the time when I'm in the office. I brought some Tylenol, some Motrin, some Advil, and I think you might want to bring motion sickness medicine if you have motion sickness. Now I do not experience any kind of motion sickness, car sickness, and all of that, but if you've never been on a cruise before and you might feel like you could get it, get you some motion sickness medicine. It's not that expensive, it's over the counter. Just want to take it before you set sail and all that, because the boat does rock and some people are not used to having to go to sleep in some rocking movement. So again, medicines, whether they be headache relief and all that, make sure you pack them as well. So that's it as far as what goes into my checked bag. I check mainly my clothes because I want to keep everything else near me. Now next for my rolly bag. Now this is something that goes in my rolly bag that I have not packed yet, and it is a water bottle. You want to bring a water bottle. Now this is something I got on my last Carnival cruise. You want to make sure you bring some kind of beverage holder, because at the buffets and all that, they have little cups, and if you go back to your room, you're thirsty again, so you gotta walk out and get you another little cup. But not if you fill this up. If you watch my last cruise vlog in November, my best friend actually knew this trick. I did not know such trick, but she knew it. She filled it up, and that's how she actually took her shots too. So she had a little water bottle. She would just go to the bar, ask for shots, and then go get juice from the little machines, and then she would just have her own kind of mixed drinks, because of course shots are a lot cheaper. So if you're going to drink alcoholic beverages, bring one of these, or if you just want to fill it up with juice, which I plan on doing, filling it up with juice in the morning. They don't have guava juice in the afternoon, and that's something that's really good. If you're on Carnival Cruise Lines, they have guava juice in the morning. Do not have it in the afternoon for some odd reason, and it is the bomb. So I plan on filling this up every morning if I can. Now going into this suitcase, of course on this side I have my bra and panty, my underwear and all that. I'm packing my Brazzy bra just in case I wear something where I need to not have a bra show. And then I'm bringing, of course, flip-flops. That's all I pretty much bring is the flip-flops. I don't really bring any kind of tennis shoes and all that. I don't do large walking spaces, but I do also bring flip-flops that are not kind of fashion flip-flops. These are kind of sandals for fashion. These are for showering. Now something I'm OCD about, and I don't try to think about too much, is the fact that cruises, once you get off the cruise, another group of people are coming on within 3 to 4 hours. So they have a quick turnaround time in terms of turning these rooms over. I bring flip-flops for the shower, just because I think that's one of the areas that a lot of people don't even think about when they're cleaning and cleaning rigorously, is the shower situations. So again, I don't touch them shower floors without my flip-flops on. The light switches are also another thing. Bring you some Clorox wipes if you need to as well, because again, they have a quick turnaround time in getting these rooms together. And I'm not saying they miss things, because I think they're probably very thorough, but in any kind of housekeeping situation, when you have a quick turnaround time, you can probably miss a few things. So I bring flip-flops and sandals as well. Now in this section I have my toiletries, of course, my retainers, my lotions, my toothbrush, toothpaste, body wash, lotions, moisturizers, and all that. I have my makeup, of course. Now another thing are things to keep your room cards in. So this is what it looks like, and this is what your room card looks like. So this is my room card from my last trip. I am red, officially red, and I know a lot of you guys out there are probably maybe platinum or gold, or no, you probably know what to pack if you're actually a platinum or gold. You might be a beginner level cruiser as well, but you know, you get your little ID card. Now this is your room pass. This is how you charge things. This is pretty much everything you need. If you go off on a port, when you come back on the ship, you need this card. So you cannot literally go anywhere without this card. So a good thing is you can wear it around your neck with a little lanyard situation. Now again, I bought this from Amazon. Everything I'm saying that I bought from Amazon, I will list down below. This again was under $10, and I got 5 of them. 5 of us are going on this trip, so this is perfect for us if we want to make sure, especially if you have kids and you know kids can lose things, make sure you have a lanyard. So this is pretty much everything I packed in my carry-on bag. Now the last bag I have is the bag that I typically just wear with me at all times. I wear it when I'm walking throughout the cruise, and when I'm walking on ports especially, I have it, and that's where I keep some cash on me. You don't have to bring cash because of course your money is on your card, but if you do go off port, I find it easier to use cash than to use your debit card. I did have to use my debit card when I went to the Bahamas at the bar, because I didn't expect to drink as much as I kind of did, but it was my birthday. It was my actual birthday that day, and I had gone a little bit crazy. But if I brought a little bit more cash, then of course I could have had that on hand. Another thing you want to have is of course sunglasses. I think you guys know that. You want to protect your eyes from that sun, and the sun hit a little different when you in the Caribbean. It's a little different sun than we got up here for some odd reason. It hits a little different, so you definitely want to have that. Another thing you want to have is an external charger. Now this is probably one of the top important things that you want to bring with you, especially if you have a phone that kind of dies a little quickly, and even if you don't, you off the ship for a long period of time. Especially if you're like me, I like to get off the ship pretty early when it ports and try to get back on the ship within 2 hours from the ship selling off. So you want to have a charger just in case your phone starts dying a little bit. What you can do is you can put in 2 cords and charge 2 devices. And usually if I'm with a friend, I'll charge her phone too. You make sure you bring your cords for your devices, of course. So I'll bring my iPhone charger, and if you have an Android, it'll fit in there. It's just that USB. Make sure you have this though. I got this one from Amazon. I love this one. I used to always have the circular ones. They don't last as long. I will link this one down below because I think you need this one. It's a little bit bigger. It's probably the size of a kind of iPhone itself, but it does pack a powerful punch in terms of recharging your device. Now, how could I forget your passport? Now, you do not need a passport to travel. You can use your license and your birth certificate, of course, as identification. So you need some kind of identification, but it does not specifically have to be a passport. But you do need to bring a birth certificate if you do not bring a passport. Now, the thing about it though is I just suggest how easy it is with a passport. Now, you don't get stamps or anything, so it's not, or you can if you go to a port and you say, hey, can y'all stamp my passport? Some ports will stamp your passport for you, but it's not really for stamps, it's for identification. It's so sleek, it's so easy to travel with. A birth certificate, depending on your state's birth certificate, can be kind of bigger. You have to fold it up, gets kind of crinkly and all of that. It's just so easy to have it. It's not that big of a hassle to go get your passport. And you guys know I work in HR as well. When you start a new job and you have to turn in your I-9 information and all that, it's so much easier to walk in with your passport than having to find your social security card, your birth certificate. You have to have 2 levels of identification when you start a new job. But here, you just gotta have a passport. And this works for work, this works in real life. Even if you're not planning on traveling outside the country and you don't need a passport, I just feel like a passport is something you need to have. So I'm a big proponent of having a passport. This is also something that is very important to me. When you get into your cruise room, you will notice, and if you watch my most recent cruise vlog video, you see what I'm talking about. There is only 1 plug in the room, actual room. There's a bathroom plug, but there's only 1 plug in the room. That means only 1 outlet, meaning there's only 1 thing where you can stick 1 device in and charge. Oh, no. If you're cruising with multiple people, that ain't gonna really work out. So some people bring surge protectors, which is an option. It's a little bigger option, but this works just as well because all my devices charged with a USB driver. You have your iPhone, you have an iPhone, it has a USB charger, you just charge it in there. If you have a Android, you know, you can put the charger in here as well. So you can put the chargers in here. You can have 4 charging at the same time, and that works amazingly well. Make sure you bring some kind of charging thing. I will link this down below. Got it from Amazon. Everything I probably purchased from Amazon other than my suitcases in this video are under $10. So I don't see why you wouldn't have this, but again, if you want to bring a surge protector, a little bit bigger of a device, but you can bring that as well. But this is just so much sleeker. Everything pretty much charges with a USB. Now that's pretty much everything I packed on this trip. Now a couple of things that are just kind of, if you want to bring it, Clorox wipes, of course. I said to wipe down your stuff. Another thing I want to say, you can bring your soaps and stuff. If you notice, I have soaps packed in my bag. You don't have to though. The room does come equipped with soaps. I'm not a big fan of those soaps. I like to bring my own soaps, but don't feel like if you forget your soap at home, you're going to be SOL. They do have soaps on the ship. Now, the last and final thing is you guys saw me at the beginning hold up this countdown ticker. Now, right now, it's a countdown ticker. It's ticking down to when I go on my cruise. But when I get on my cruise, once I turn my phone onto airplane mode, this will switch over to the Carnival Hub app, which is essential. So please download whatever your cruise ship app is, whether it's Royal Caribbean, it's Carnival Hub. It's a free download. Download it because it will come in so much handy when it comes to your cruise. It tells you what the dinner menu is for the dining hall that evening. It tells you what's going on right this second. It tells you everything. It has a chat option too if you want to pay $5 extra. Please download this Carnival Hub app. You don't have to have the ship's Wi-Fi. You don't have to have anything. It's a free download. It doesn't hurt to have this on your phone just so you know what's going on at any point in time. So that has been my pack with me video. I am, again, like I said, in vacation mode, so I'm about to hit that trail in 2 days, 1 hour and 1 minute. Now, if you want to stay blocked, like I said, subscribe so you don't miss my vlog, you don't miss anything from my upcoming trip. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Lavon so you can be with me on my upcoming trip, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Said I'm in love with